Hey guys, I'm back with another tutorial. It's also a walkthrough so that you guys can take a look at the prayer journal, which is now up on my Etsy shop. So you'll notice that the welcome page is similar to the other journals that I have up. And you'll see that there are links to the YouTube page, Etsy shop, and Instagram. And then there's also a tab up top for the cover page. Now I wanted to correct myself because in the past I called this icon here the non-pen and pen tools in my previous videos, but I have since learned that it is actually, this version here is called the reading mode or the read only mode, and when you see the icon with the pen and the line through it, that is the editing mode. Now, in this prayer journal, there are a few changes to the layout because I didn't want to overload it and make it too busy and with, having too many tabs. So I have this page here as well as the welcome page. So if you notice, this page is where you can personalize it and put your name. So you'll notice in the top and bottom corners, there are hyperlinks to take you back and forth from the welcome page as well as the page where you're able to put in your name. Now we can go ahead and dive on in. You'll notice the first tab is what I called Talks with the Father. And this is just regular lined paper because I wanted there to be an area that is not prompted. As you'll see with the other tabs, each tab has specific prompts for whatever category. The next one is what I've called prayer requests, and this allows you the space to have prayers specifically for family, friends, the world, the nation, and then supporting scripture. All right, and then in the next tab called prayers for others, this is fairly similar to the last one, except it's a little bit more specific to focus on one person. And you'll notice in the bottom half, there is a question called, how can I encourage or serve this person this week? And the thought is that we don't want to just leave it at saying a prayer for a person. We want to make sure that we are checking in on the people that we love and ministering to them and continuing. Then the following tab is called gratitude, and there is a space for you to put in your current mood. So, at the start of writing the journal entry, and then ending mood. And the hope is that in focusing on the goodness of God and on gratefulness, that you would feel uplifted after completing your journal. Now, the next tab is called Love Letters to God, and the thought behind this is to take the time to really just gush about God and talk about all of the qualities that He has that you find amazing and all the ways that He, loves on you and the reasons that you love Him in return. This next tab called Honest Hour is just a place to talk about the things that are on your heart, and it's pretty self-explanatory. There's space to talk about extra feelings as well. And the next tab is called Confidence Booster, and this is also pretty self-explanatory. Just gives you that space to remind yourself who God says that you are and challenge some of your own negative self-beliefs. Up next, we have answered prayers with a box to put in specific prayer requests, date requested, date answered, and an additional note. And lastly, we have the prayer schedule tab with the weekly layout, so you can put in the specific week and then break down your weekly and daily prayer schedule. Now, I recognize that not everyone may use a prayer schedule, so this is totally optional. I do think that it can be helpful at times to make sure that I'm covering all my bases, that I'm not lacking in any area. So, for example, I might say that I'm going to dedicate Sundays to praying for my church family and my leaders. And then I might dedicate Mondays specifically to praying for my marriage. And Tuesdays might look like prayers for mental health, and so on and so forth. And then there's also an extra section at the bottom for additional notes. And that is it, you guys. That covers everything. Thank you so much for watching.